Take me to the island, I'll watch the rain over your shoulder. The street lights in the water, the moment outside of real life.
In 700 meters, turn left onto Normandy Street.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning. Are we going upstairs?
You can go upstairs if you want. Morning up. Now there's quite a few things we need to let you know at this stage. My name is Taida. I will be driving this vessel. Dolphin Seeker is the name of this vessel. My crew on board, we've got Ania, We have also got Grace, we've got Vinny and Gabby on board the vessel. So if you've got any questions, please have a chat to any one of my crew this morning. Now we need to travel to Russell. Where is Russell? Well, Russell is somewhere up ahead of us in the distance. We will definitely get you across to the township itself. At this stage, the front is open. If you want to go to the front, or by all means, you're welcome to do so. Access to the front of the bow of the vessel is through the main cabin downstairs. Please keep all body parts within the rails. Keep our feet flat on the deck at all times. Please look after your children. You have to look after your kids. If you're wondering why, well, because they simply belong to you. Make sure your kids are happy and make sure they're safe on board. Be very careful on the stairway walking up and down as well. Now, there's going to be something annoying on the way across to Russell. We are going to put on the fog horn. We need this horn to go off every 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, especially if you're at the very top of the vessel, the horn is going to go off. So please don't be frightened. Expect the horn every 2 minutes. And it's part of our fog signals. It's part of the safety signals. That's all I have to say for now. We're going to be very quiet, make our way across to Russell. We're going to be concentrating. We've got radar and GPS that will give us precise position and direction of our travels. Welcome on board Dolphin Seeker. Let's head across there to Russell Kurorareka. We've got a few more people waiting to join our cruise this morning. So just remember, if you're up the top especially, the horn is going to go off every 2 minutes. So do expect that very loud noise. Okay, let's make our way across to Russell. It is foggy at the moment. In theory, the fog should clear out at some stage. When exactly, I'm not quite sure. Hopefully, it will clear out as soon as possible, so we can actually see where we're going, and you guys can enjoy a little bit of viewing throughout the cruise as well. Okay, well, here's our first horn signal. When the fog lifts. The Māori name for this site is Kurorareka. Korora in Māori meaning the little blue penguin, and reka meaning nice or sweet. Now the name Kurorareka is from a Māori chief in this area. He was nursed back to health by his tribe with the offering of a broth that was made out of the little blue penguin. So he did say Kurorareka, how sweet is this penguin, and that's how this area got its name. The name Russell is from the first secretary to the state, Sir Lord John Russell, who later became the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Now, as we approach, it'll be to our left-hand side, looking very cool in the fog. As a matter of fact, is a very large statue or carving of a Māori warrior, and the carving is in the posture of giving us a kōwhiri, or beautiful Māori welcome. We do accept the challenge when we come in peace. Wow, that'll wake up the people in Russell. But there's lots of boats moving around, so it's important for us to make sure that we have our horn signal on. Okay, we just got a few more people to pick up, and then we'll give a safety briefing before we do leave. Anya, can you turn the horn off? Boats that are around us at the moment, they all have come through this little foggy patch. I was hoping that the fog wasn't thick all the way out, because we have had days in the past where the fog has been thick all the way from Oku, where the boat lives, through Pahia, Russell, around this corner, all the way to the Hole in the Rock and all the way back. So we did actually travel through the fog on one occasion in the past, all the way to the Hole in the Rock, and saw nothing. By the time we got back to Pahia, people were quite disappointed. They said to me, we didn't see anything apart from what you were talking about, but we actually used a lot of our imagination. I said, well, there's nothing much I can do about it. And they said, well, you could have told us that the fog was not going to lift, but we don't know that. In general, the fog does usually clear up, like it is at the moment. But for some reason that day, the fog didn't move. I'm not sure why, but it just didn't move on that occasion. But I'm glad it's cleared up today. Look at that. Eventually it's going to be a nice day. The whole fog will eventually burn off, and we're going to be exposed to this beautiful place. Now, speaking of being exposed to the area, to our left-hand side is island number 7 in relation to your cruise map. Beautiful name. This island is called Motu Arohia. Motu in Māori meaning island. Arohia meaning love or to be desired. The Māori name for this side of the island is Ōtārepa, and Ōtārepa basically was a very early Māori settlement on this side of the island. Now, it's also known as Cook's Cove. Captain James Cook went ashore in 1769. There was actually a little memorial plant to our left to commemorate that event when he arrived here. The first time that Europeans have seen the Māori people in the Bay of Islands, and the first time the Māori people in the Bay of Islands had seen European as well. Now, there are 5 holiday homes on this side of the island. People always ask me, who are these folks living in these houses? I really don't know who they are. They have not invited me around for dinner as yet, so I don't really know who these guys are. What I can tell you about them as a fact is they've got more money than all of us put together on board. So they can afford to live out here. Now, Captain Cook was here for about 10 days. He managed to do a few things, record a few important aspects of the area. For example, he recorded his observation of Māori people in the area. He was very impressed. According to his journal, Māori were very much organised. That's what he wrote. He observed the way they were living, and he did say they were very organised. Of course they were organised. They always were organised. They've been living here for a long, long time. And he was able to trade for fresh food, fresh water, examples of the vegetation, and also important, very important as well, he made a chart of the Bay of Islands. Apparently he was the best photographer around in England at that point in time. After 10 days, Captain Cook left the Bay of Islands. To the very top of the North Island, he went down the west coast of the fjords of Fiordland. Then he made his way across to Australia. Then he made his way across to Indonesia and all the way back to England. Now, a few more interesting facts about Captain Cook. When he was here in 1769, there was a Tahitian chief on board his waka, or his canoe, his ship, I should say, and the chief's name is Pahia. Pahia was able to communicate with the local Māori people quite often alongside the coast itself, as the language and culture in Polynesia being very, very similar. Now, another fact about Captain Cook, when he was here in 1769, his title was Lieutenant James Cook. When he returned to England, they decided to make him, call him Captain James Cook. And unfortunately for Captain Cook, he died in Hawaii. That's where he passed away, in Hawaii. He was actually eaten by the Hawaiians. So that's where he passed away. Now, the island's also known as Robertson Island. The Robertson family were a Scottish family. They occupied the island from 1839 to 1841. Their intentions back in those days was to be able to farm the island and have the opportunity to provide beef and provisions for sailing vessels and other boats that was passing through this part of the world. Okay, these pine trees that we're observing to the left, they're known as the Penista pine, also known as maritime pine as well. Okay, that's good. We can now see. I don't require my my wahine hihiani anymore, or my radar lady, I should say. We had Ania up here. Part of our procedures for restricted visibility is to have somebody on the radar at all times. So Ania was the wahine hihiani. Hihiani in Māori means radar, and wahine means lady. So she did a very good job pointing out all the objects that they're for to make. So she's back down with the other crew. Here we are. We can see what we're looking at, where we're travelling. Our next island is Urupukapuka.